I'm not going crazy, I don't think. We're letting everybody get in here. Oh, yeah. My sound is working too this time, which is always important. This is going to be like a mime, like a slow movie. Welcome, everybody. If you're just checking in, it is John the Net Guy. It's Black Friday, show number 2. This is the 5 o'clock show, which will turn into a 5:10 show and looks like a 5:15 show now. But guess what? It was all Amazon's fault again. Only because their app did not let me go live. And so I have to make sure I've got that because all of these deals that you're going to see are available today at my store on Amazon. If you're just checking in, there it goes along the bottom. This is a completely live show. Feel free to chat in the doobly-doo, whatever it is, and I will try to answer your questions and respond. I got some wicked cool tech tonight. I love playing with cool stuff. I've got one item right here that you can see right now, a solar generator, a battery bank inverter combo, which is pretty cool, especially during the winter that we're in now, which is awesome. I've got a bunch of other stuff for gaming. I've got some cool travel and portable monitor tech that's coming up, and all of these things, looking at the prices, are significantly discounted. So happy to have you guys here. Again, feel free to shout out. Oh, I got a couple people right away that popped in. Jonathan Talks Hardware. I know you have a busy day already, my friend. Thank you for checking in. Great YouTuber. Check him out. And Visually Impaired also says, hello. Let me know how I'm sounding. Let me know if the mic is too loud, not loud enough. Do whatever we need to do with it. I'm glad to have audio today. I've got a little bit of background music. Let me know if that's annoying or if it's cool or if I should, fire the band. But we will see. I'm going to get started right away on Amazon. So here we go. I'm going to hit the go live button. 3, 2, 1. And we are live on Amazon for the second time today. My first show on Amazon today was for Scepter monitors. You guys might have seen it. I had to unpack all those monitors and put them back in the boxes and take them out. That's what did it. And then I was literally copying the raw footage over. So it was quite a labor in the last hour and stuffed my face with some food that my wife brought me. So thank you very much. We are going to take a look at the very first product here. And I have pulled it up on the carousel. If you're watching, I have to say, hey, Amazonians. Is that what they call them? Amazonians. I just waved to everybody on Amazon. Also, by the way, if you guys do purchase any one of these items, you're going to get the cheer, you're going to get the applause, you're going to get my thanks and gratitude. These are sponsored products here. All of the products today are sponsored or at least receive something from the company, whether it's a product in the past. So I want to disclose that. Just FTC regulations make me do that. We're going to start off with this, a portable solar generator. I think they meant generator, but let me unbox it here for you and you'll see what we're talking about. Wherever you need power, and that is the truth. This is a awesome little product to have this winter. I showed you guys it on a previous show, but we're going to do another unbox of it. Very simple product. It has a charger for wall charging right here. Comes out of the box pretty tight. It is very, very light. That's one thing I will say about this product. There's the manual that comes with it. Normally it has a plastic covering around it, but I think I tossed it. Okay, so as you can see here, you can turn it on and off just by simply pressing the power button here. Now, of course, I hadn't charged it up since the last show and I must have left it on, but let's go ahead and plug it in. I'll show you how it charges, and then we can talk more about the features of it. So this is from Balibot. Now to charge it, you go over here to the side. We're going to leave this thing charging throughout the show. And I just come down here to any old regular wall outlet, something like this. And I plug that in. Now it does have a little fan while it's charging. It can charge at 15 volts DC. I just received a huge solar panel. My poor UPS guy today, a 200 watt solar panel. And it will actually solar input to this 15 watts, and it will charge directly from a solar panel. Looking through the manual, there's a bunch of good stuff in here. If you want to know more about it, it's going to tell you all the capacities on this screen. Hopefully that will adjust. So that gives you all the information about it. And the product's got USB QC 3.0, USB power delivery 24 watts. So not enough to run your laptop directly from it. Has a built-in light, safety light here. Very cool to have. And as you see here, it's charging at 27, 26 watts. So we're going to let that charge for a little while, but we're going to start plugging things into it here in a little bit. It does have USB, regular USB outlets on the side. It has a USB 3 looking outlet, which I think is what they're using for the quick charge, as well as a Type-C output and 2 additional DC outs. On the side over here where you're charging, if you turn the AC side on, and I'll see if I can do that without killing it here. So while it's charging, will it do pass through? I don't know. Oh, I gotta hit the AC button. That helps. Okay, so it says the AC is on right now. So literally I can plug devices in here, whether it's a phone charger if I needed that, or most likely a laptop charger. It's gonna have 300 watts of capacity and 300 watts of output. That's the peak output on it. So just the number. So 257 watts to be exact, but it's in that 300 watt range. I think that's a Terminator reference, like 3 megawatt range or something. Pinky realized what's going on. He says, what the heck's going on in here? Yeah, it's twice in one day. Hey, Jonathan Tolbert's checking in, another fan of the show. What product is it? It is a portable power bank. So this is kind of cool. It's a power bank, inverter, and battery pack in one, along with a safety device for camping. I could not go with anything lighter. If you've got like a MacBook Air that you want to power or anything, this thing is literally, I'm trying to think of what size it would be. I can't even say it's the size of like a 6-pack because it's not as thick. Like it's literally only about 70% the height. But yeah, just dimensional wise, very convenient. And that's what you're getting. It's one of the smallest power banks you're going to get out there. So that's from Bolibot. They've been on my show before, but I promised them I would bring them back because it is Black Friday and they've got it available right now. Let's go take a look at the Amazon. If you have not yet in the past seen my Amazon show page, when you type that URL that's going across the bottom, you're going to see this. It's on a Black Friday special. It says 600 watts peak here. I wouldn't try for 600 watts. Again, this thing's very light, very portable. It might have a kick-on amperage or voltage that it could handle for a little bit at that, but the continuous rating on it is 300. It's $139 right now for Black Friday, plus $20 off. So in this range, you're looking at products like Jackery. I'm trying to think of the other ones I've shown on the show. It'll come back to me later. But, there's a lot of competition in this space. This is probably one of the lowest price ones. Now, there's some features that would be nice on this, but, we get what we get, right? A bunch of different kind of interfaces would be preferred depending on what solar you have and whatnot. But overall, we're going to keep this one going a decent value when it comes to portable power banks. I've even actually used this one. I don't think I have it pulled up, but let me see if I can real quick. 1 second, I have to open up Google Photos. And while I'm doing that, not on that browser, it looks like. So let me go up to this other browser. I don't want to show my stream key that I was just pulling up here. That would be bad. Tech Day Live. I think this was the one that we did earlier. Yeah. I actually have a picture of this working. Let me go back over to my show page and I will show you where I've used this because it was actually really slick. I'm going to go ahead and share this with you. So you guys can see this. This is actually the Bolibot at work in my front room. And it was showing right there, running my fireplace. So my fireplace has a blower in it. It's not going to run the gas part of it, but it does actually give it enough power to run the blower for about 6 hours. So this will keep my house warm when we have those intermittent power outages, so I can get some heat out in my house because I have electric heat for the rest of the house. So I thought that was kind of cool. This is one that we were really excited about. I've done that before with different power bricks, and as we come into the winter, a great idea. So that was the first product up. Trust me, we got more. There's some brand new ones here that we have not had before on the show, and I'm just going to make sure I go to the right one. Give me a second here to get this one out. I just added this to the show, and we're going to do an unbox for the first time here. This is a Christmas gift for my wife. Don't tell her. So this is another one that looked kind of interesting. I've been looking for a charging solution for multiple devices for a while now. So I just want to make sure that I have everything set that I'm going to use. So this one is a 3-in-1 nightstand charger, but you got to be in the Apple ecosystem. So make sure you're on the Apple ecosystem. So here's what it looks like from the outside. Just some quick stats: 5 to 9 volts at 3 amps max. It's a 3-in-1 design for your iPhone 12, 13, AirPods, and watch simultaneously. Perfect for your nightstand. So we're going to go ahead and bring this down on the top down, and we'll do our quick unboxing, and we'll plug it in and see if this thing actually works. It'll be kind of exciting. Okay. Not a ton of packaging. It does have everything covered up nicely. And actually, the size of this is a lot smaller than I expected. I'm waiting for the chat to catch up on that. And there we go. So this is designed to charge 3 devices at a time. Your phone being one device, your watch being another device, which we have to charge these Apple Watches every day, don't we? And your AirPods go right here. So you have 3 different devices simultaneously charging, and you use one charging outlet, which is neat because we need these in our lives. Right now, I have a bunch of different USB bricks and a splitter and all that. I just wanted to have something simple and elegant. I'll give you a little side view of this one since we've got it here. Look at that. That's not bad. I've been looking around for one of these. This is available on Amazon right now as well. As with the rest, it comes with a power brick, a power adapter, a single one, a white cord because we're in the iLife here, and you plug that cord in the back here. It's USB Type-C. Oh, look at that little blue light on the front. Let's test this thing out, right? Will we? Let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and start plugging some devices into it, and we'll see how it does. Let me know in the chat if you got any questions. I see somebody is eating some Thanksgiving leftovers, Jonathan. Be careful about that, man. Oh, we got Vince in here. Circuit rewind. Hand waving, hand waving, hand waving. I don't think my emojis are up to date on my show. That's awesome. Will it charge through a pop socket? Only if you turn it up really high. I don't know on that one. Inductive charging is what Randy J came in and said. Man, the chat is blowing up today. Inductive charging, absolutely. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the Show iPhone, because I'm not using my wife's, and I'm going to go ahead and place it on here, and we'll see what happens. Well, 76% charge this Friday, and it's charging. So we got one down. Not bad. I actually did have to go steal my wife's. She doesn't know what it's for, but I had to steal my wife's Apple Watch. Oh, we're 2. We got 2 so far. There's the Apple Watch charging now. And you know what's funny is it doesn't have to be supposedly just AirPods. It's anything that has the QI standard. So I have these Sacnip earbuds. I've shown you guys these before, these white ones. They look just like AirPods, and it's dead. So we're going to place that here. And guess what? I see a little blue light on the bottom on the Sacnip earbuds. So it is actually charging. You can see the charger there running, the charger there running, and charging in the upper corner of the phone. So there it is. Not bad. I'll bring you guys back to the outside. Let me know what you think about this. This one, it's not on sale for Black Friday. That's one thing I noticed. It is actually $39.99. Uh-oh. One of my wife's friends and a relative. Excited to catch you live. Yes, Taryn, awesome to see you. Thanks for joining in on the show here. You might want to have one of these if you have the iLife, the iExperience. So USB Type-C, one cable, and it charges all 3 of your devices. That's pretty slick. I think I have a small child trying to break into my studio. Oh, Mav, I finally learned to lock the studio door now, so now he doesn't get in. That's awesome. Jonathan Talks Hardware says that would be nice for traveling. Absolutely, man. You know, being able to use one cable, one charger. You know, it is a 3-amp draw, so you'd have to have a pretty stout charger. It comes with one, but very nice. And that's very nice on the desktop. I could see using that, and the angle of it for your phone. That's pretty cool. So there's my personal iPhone 12 Pro Max, and it's charging through the MagSafe connector. It's getting a couple extra watts there. Very nice. I'm actually going to take this. I'm going to keep it running, and I'm going to put it off to the side here. We'll charge some of my devices during the show. Now, if you guys do purchase one of these, we got a bonus here. You will get a cheer if you let me know that you purchased one of these. So absolutely feel free to tell me about it, and I will give you a cheer and shout out your chat here if you purchased one of these items here. Piggy Tech says security breach. Yes, he was able to do that. He was able to get in. I'm actually charging it just out of my wall USB through the base of this, and I'm wondering if it's going to get all three devices. Looks like it's doing it. So it's charging my devices over here on the side of the show. We'll check back in with that later. I was at 75% right now, so we'll see if it can catch up and get ahead. Speaking of that, I have to get us to the next product on the Amazon app over here. One of the new products that I just got, and I have to make sure I grab the right one. Unfortunately, there's two of them that they sent me at the exact same time. I'm going to start with the Captain 400 headset. Now, this is a gaming headset. You can't have enough of these. And now, what's the difference between headphones and a headset? Yell it out in the chat. Gaming headphones versus headset. The headset will have a microphone. So this should have a mic. We're going to find out for the first time if that mic is any good. And actually, in the past, I've done the Captain 300. This is the Captain 400. It's available in the carousel right now. We're going to do a quick unbox of it. And the other one sounded great. It was an incredible value. This one is a Black Friday special, so we're going to talk about that and what it is. And Pinky Tech, he wins the mic. That's the big difference. So whenever you see headset versus headphones, the microphone is the big difference here. Actually, I like the packaging. I had a Razer headphones for the first time, and they were all out on the packaging. It's actually kind of neat. It's got that soft touch. And inside of here is going to be some accessories. We've got our microphone that is detachable, it looks like. We've got a couple different cables. I see some that I like and some that'll be interesting. There is the microphone. It's got this blue end, which I'm guessing is going to light up. So it's a TRRS. I'm guessing one of those is voltage. There's the headphones. Hopefully they have some charge to them because, again, I didn't charge this up. You saw me just unbox it now. I'm going to save the cover for that cap. Now, it is Bluetooth enabled. I believe it works with your phone. It does have that capability. If your computer does not have Bluetooth for whatever reason, they include this USB transmitter, so you can go ahead and do that. So you can plug that in. Now, one way that they get around the limitation of Xbox, and I don't know if you've been keeping up with the news, but this says Xbox wired only. Xbox just shut down a bunch of non-sanctioned devices. This one's going to get around that. It's going to work with your Xbox One X, 360, whatever, because it's going to have the actual analog cable, the wired cable. PlayStation, tablets, PC, phone, and a Nintendo Switch, because it's doing that Bluetooth audio. Let's go ahead and take a look at what is included in this. I see a cable. Now, I like to do the Armstrong cable test, the stretch out and see how much cable they're giving us. Okay. We'll go back out to the widescreen here. So about 6 feet on this cable. I'm going to turn off my screen there on my phone so we can get some charge. So this is a USB Type-C. So I'm guessing that's going to go in this Type-C port. And then it has an analog end. And we're going to find out if that analog end is any good. That's going to go into your Xbox. It is going to charge up because it is wireless. So you've got this one, which you can plug in and use to charge. So I guess the cable length doesn't matter unless you're looking at Xbox, and that 6 feet should be able to get you to your controller. I'm going to go ahead and plug it into a wall, see if there's a charge indicator, which there is. So we're just taking a look at the Captain 400s now. So we got a power, microphone mute, a volume switch on the side here. Not bad. That G looks an awful lot like the Logitech G. I don't know. Could be interesting. So we'll try it out. I am going to go ahead and try to power these up. Now, it did power up. The G lit up on both sides as well as the microphone. And now it is in Bluetooth pairing mode. Let me see if I can Bluetooth pair to the show laptop. And we're going to add a device, a Bluetooth device, and some things to connect. I got to turn on Bluetooth. I had Bluetooth off on this laptop because I was testing something. So I'll turn it back on. So let's add a device, Bluetooth device. Now I'm just adding it to my show PC right here. This could be added to your cell phone. It does do that with phones, so you can use it as a regular headset. It's coming up as the Captain 400 over here on my left, and it is connecting right now. And the light has turned solid, so I'm guessing other than when Windows finishes doing a few things, we'll be ready to go to test out the audio. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch off this audio, and if everything works right, I'm going to switch to... Oh, I can hear myself already. Okay, a little bit of an echo. Not bad. I'm going to go back to the show. Now what I have to do is set my audio source. So bear with me for just a second. Audio output. Yeah, audio input. And I'm going to turn off noise suppression, noise cancellation, echo cancellation. So I'm going to pause myself here. Okay, let's see if I have the mute on here. Now there's no mute indication. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Oh, there we go. That'll do it. Much better. Sorry about that delay there, guys. We were just trying to get the Captain working. Heard you for a minute. Done now. Okay, so this is what it sounds like natively. Let me know if it sounds awful, if it sounds great, if it sounds deep, if it sounds high. I'm going to try the physical mute button on the side there. So I hit the mute button. Still working. I don't see it muting. So I don't know there if it's... Okay, well, I guess more testing will need to be done, but it appears that it works. The physical mute button on the Bluetooth didn't work. I don't know if that's going to only be for an analog stream, but when I tap that, at least to make sure I'm tapping the right one. Huh. I will have to play with that a little bit more, but that's what it sounds like. So mute definitely not working. I'm here to fix the mute button. Remember that commercial? That was a great one. Mic is all right. Can't complain for the price. Now I'm getting a double echo. So I'm going to shut you off, and I'm going to come back over here. This is my normal boom mic, and this is $100 and something. This Captain 400 headset, which is for gaming, for doing all that stuff, is normally $69.99. Great gift idea here for your gamer, down to $44.98. Let's go ahead and take a look real quick at my screen share here. If you were to go look this up on my Amazon page, so the Amazon show page is just like this. This is the blue, the Captain 400 model, 4.7 on 191 ratings. So not so bad here on this one. $5 additionally off available on it right now. Pretty slick little idea. Now I'm going to have to change the mic here in a second because we are going to check out the Captain 500. So if you're on the fence and you're not quite sure if blue is your color, there is another one coming up in the show shortly. But I'm going to give us a break. I'm going to check one other product out in between, and that is a dash cam. So we're going to switch off to that. So that was the Captain 400. We're going to check back in when it charges up a little bit. The nice thing about that is it looks like it's got the play and charge capability. So you're going to be able to charge it if you forgot about it, like I do, and it ran low, you'd be able to charge about it. Here we go. Oh no, that's funny. So it says, yeah, but you can't mute till you yell at your mom to fix me pizza rolls. I love that. Randy J's coming back here and says something interesting. Says, just a quick here, Captain sounded a bit better. Wow, you know what? That could be an interesting way to do a show because I can't hear my background music or anything. So having the captain around, could be an interesting thing. I'm going to bring up the next product, and I have to also bring it up on my Amazon page. Give me 1 second here. Hey, guess what? We are charging. I'm seeing a positive rate of charge on this phone, which is charging a iPhone, charging headphones, and charging an Apple Watch right now. This next product here is the V200 dash cam. Go here, give you a quick unbox of it. Now you're going to notice something in the unbox. It already has this clear film attached, and that's because I have installed this specific one, but it comes out. It is very light, probably one of the lightest dash cams I've ever had. The way that it mounts is also kind of interesting. So you see this static cling mount? I'm loving these cling mounts. You put the static cling mount on your window, you place your 3M adhesive for the dash cam wherever you want it on there. And the beauty of this is if you ever need to remove it, like I did tonight, I just pulled it off of the window very easily by the cling wrap. So I was able to use this. So it's statically mounted. Then inside of it, let's take a look at what you get. Very simple. It's going to have a decent sized USB Type-C cord to go ahead and charge it. It is, you can use a house one. I was able to use that to get it started and working. And you can use a cigarette lighter. It also comes with an additional static cling here. So this is how you would install it with that static mesh that I was talking about, and an additional 3M adhesive. So if you do sell your car, switch cars, do something, you can remount it. And then this is not only a pry tool to help get this off of there, but this is actually to help run your cable across the side of your vehicle if you're running it and hiding it like I have. This is a upholstery / plastic trim tool, and it works really well. So you can hide the cables very well on this. Let me show you what it looked like in our car, and then I've got a little sample video from it that I'm going to be able to show you. So taking a look here, I need to bring up my Google Photos one more time. The laptop, it's tired. It's had a long day. I can hear the fans spinning on it. Maybe I need to talk to somebody about a laptop cooler, because man, this thing is working today. I won't lie. So I'm going to stop that share, come back over, created 3 tabs instead of 1. And we're going to go to Google Photos. I'm going to go to sharing. And I'm going to show you guys this here in just 1 second. I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay. Black Friday. That's the one I wanted. Share. Okay, so hopefully you guys are hearing that there, and it's looking good. So this is how it installs. This is the look that you're going to have when it's installed. This is that cling wrap I was telling you about. See how we have tinted windows, and the cling wrap goes right over the tint, no problem. Removes, no problem. I was able to install it in just a few minutes. From the outside, you can see that white sticker from the 3M adhesive, and that's what you're seeing. So not bad at all either. And then this is actually a little clip of going down the road. So you can see it driving down the road there. So I'm going to stop that share for 1 second because I don't know if I hit the right setting. Give me 1 second here. Don't want to share tab audio. Don't know if that one does record audio, but I don't want to share that. So I'm going to share that, and then we'll go back to this. So this is the view of it. Looks pretty nice here. It's a 2.5K picture. Frame rate looks really good, as you can see. This is the daytime view. I'm going to open up the app. We're going to power this thing up, and then I'm going to show you the app side view so we can take a look at that. Just so you know, this thing is on Black Friday sale. It is 30% off right now. The price of dash cams has been coming down like a rock. And one of the things they figured out is don't put a screen on the dash cam. Use your mobile phone as the screen. So that's a big selling point in feature here. This one is $43.99. Normally it's $9 off, so it's $34.99 on Amazon right now. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing here because I'm going to share the Amazon page just real quick, and then we'll see if I can show the app real fast as well. So if we come out here, this is the 2.5K dash cam. A pretty new product here. I often get a lot of these sent to me to review. I don't generally like doing them because it's hard to demo them in the studio, but $34.99. There's also an additional 10% off, so it brings it almost to $30. A dash cam these days really in every car is a must. I've told you guys the story before where my wife was in an accident and the police don't even show up now. It's getting bad, at least in our area. They're so busy. They just say, go fill a report online. And the insurance companies, if you have a dash cam and you're a good driver, will love it because you can save them a lot of argumentation and a lot of headache if you have a dash cam to protect yourself. And that's really what you're doing by having a dash cam. Is it's just a little bit of peace of mind. In that case, the guy lied about my wife's driving. Once we had to draw it all out and you look at it forensically, there was no way that my wife could have been at fault, and they realized that. But the guy had lied right off the bat. So dash cams don't lie, and that was a cool capability that we had to show that the person was lying. Now I'm going to go ahead and hook this up, and we're going to see what the app looks like on it. Give me 1 second to drop that down. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to let you see what I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead and plug any old USB-C into it. One drawback here, it doesn't come with a micro SD. It's actually talking right now. And I'm going to have to switch a couple little things over here so I can show you what it looks like in the iPhone. So I'm going to bring up the app. It is just connected Wi-Fi. So here is the app. You get to see me using it. It's called VCar. VCar is the app, and it connects directly to the device. Now, I don't know if it actually connected to it, so I can say connect camera. And it's going to bring up the Wi-Fi's that you have available. I have to specifically pick the Wi-Fi for the camera because it communicates via Wi-Fi. And we'll come back over here. Hopefully it was able to connect. I have not done this live. It actually just said it connected to something. I think my other phone might have gotten a little excited to see it. Give me 1 second to remove it. Yeah, that was the case. You can only have one phone connected to it at a time. And it is telling me that it actually had somebody connected and disconnected. So my other phone was jumping the gun a little bit here. Now it's connected. I'm going to bring it back over to the VCar app. And now you're going to get to see a live view out of it of my studio, my very dirty, very busy studio. So there you go. You see a picture of me. It's not designed specifically to be a webcam or anything, but it's got a really decent picture and the exposure is decent for, again, what's about a $30 webcam here or a dash cam. It does record to that micro SD constantly. If it feels an impact or a hit, it will actually do an emergency video record on it, and it'll keep that until it to access the camera again. I'm going to look at the camera files real quick. Now it'll stop recording while you're doing this, but my wife took the car last night. I took it last night. This was in the evening. Let's go take a look at what the video looks like in the evening. Now, video playback for me on the Wi-Fi was a little bit stuttered. We'll see if it actually plays back here any different when we're on the show. But so it stutters a little bit. What I was able to do to overcome that is just download the file. This is such a large file, but that's the video quality that you're seeing at night of the same dash cam. So amazing quality for $30, Charles says, sold. Wife's first stocking stuffer. Okay, here we go. We're giving him a cheer. Thank you guys for checking in. Jonathan Talks Hardware says, $100 mic is better in my opinion. So yeah, so that happens sometimes, but yeah, not bad picture quality on this thing. Definitely enough to show who was at fault in a situation. And I love the dynamic range, both day and night. Yeah, it's stuttering a little bit to play back here at the resolution, but yeah, you can see we drove all over the place yesterday, including, there was some close calls. It was kind of interesting. There are some other different ones that it does. If you lock a file, like you don't want it to be deleted, you can do that. But another really important thing about this is the way that they save money is to use your phone as the interface to the dash cam. One other quick thing is if you're thinking about continuously watching your dash cam on your phone while you're driving, which would be a bad thing, in my opinion, it would be a bad thing. You can, but you can't do it with CarPlay at the same time. So if you've got Apple CarPlay wireless, it takes over your Wi-Fi. This uses Wi-Fi to communicate, so it can't do that at the same time, just so you know. But this is the V200. I'm just going to disconnect it now, and we'll bring you back to the studio. V200 dash cam, surprisingly capable. It will be a little bit annoying with all the prompts that it does. It's very verbose, let's put it that way, but definitely something you should have one of in every vehicle at this point. So there we go. We got one of these gone. Thank you, Chuck, for that. And we're going to go back here to the next product. This is something really cool if you've got a gamer and you guys are traveling a lot, or maybe you're using it in a car, or maybe you're traveling. Let me get the product up here. And I have to make sure I pick the right one because there's two identical products here. And I think I might have the right one. Give me 1 second. I have to look in this little tiny screen. One of them is 15.6 and one of them is 16 inches. This is the 15.6 we're going to start with first. I did show you guys this on a previous show, but I just want to tell you how excited I am. And maybe, yeah, this one we're not going to be able to show because it's upstairs. I was actually using this, so sorry about that. False alarm. I'm going to go to the next Capper Ave. These guys, I've already done a video on it, but I'm going to pull that up. We'll do that on Cyber Monday, by the way. So Cyber Monday, I'm doing a bunch of other cool stuff. This is a brand new product from Capper Ave. I'm going to bring theirs up. I'm going to click this one. I'm already seeing clicks. Thank you guys, by the way, that are shopping ahead on the stream, but I just put this in the carousel for the rest of you. This is from Capper Ave, and it is a portable USB-C powered monitor. And the nice thing about being USB-C powered is you don't have to have all the other cables, your HDMIs and everything. If you have a MacBook like I do, and you take it with you everywhere like I do, you can bring one more device, and this one has an integrated kickstand. There's a couple different schools of thought on that, and I'll go through them, but integrated kickstand and USB-C power. We're going to go ahead and do a quick unbox for you. This is from Capper Ave, and yes, they did provide this for a fair and honest review. Full disclosure, this is their sleeve that they provide, so you don't have to worry about device protection because it's going to come with this sleeve. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. These things are great for YouTubers, creators of the like. So this is the sleeve that the monitor will fit in. Some basic instructions about it and what you're doing, how to access the on-screen display. This one is a 16-inch version. I showed you guys the 15.6, and that's what I'm going to show you on Monday again. But this is a little bit bigger, and it's got more pixels. It's 1200. So it's, if they were telling me this right, it is supposed to be 1920 by 1200. So this is supposed to be a 21, I believe, aspect ratio, or it's not 21. So it's 16 by 10 aspect ratio. It's supposed to mirror the same aspect ratio of a MacBook Pro. Now it is going to come with some other cables. You don't have to use these cables. Let me just put that out there. This is the only cable you need if you have a MacBook Pro or a device with sufficient power to run the entire monitor. If you want to run other stuff, there's your full-size HDMI cable that it's going to come with, and a power cable to give power to the monitor. We're going to use that in just a sec. I'm going to keep these off to the side because I want to do a nice demo here so you guys can see all the power that this thing has. So take a look at that on the side display here. So that's what we're looking at. Gorgeous black screen, kickstand. I can just put that in right like this. I'm going to go ahead and grab my MacBook Pro, and I'm going to start it up here. Make sure I don't have anything proprietary on the screen, like from the last show and the Black Friday signs, and save that. Yes. Save, close. No Discord. You guys don't want to see my chats. And I'll get this up, but I wanted to show you this real quick. Very powerful. Okay, perfect. So now I can take this single USB cable here. I can run it into the side of my laptop. I'm going to run it to one of the USB cables on the side, one of the USB ports. I got 3 of them on this MacBook. And then I'm just going to run them one into the side of this. No other power cables, no other devices are necessary. I'm just looking to see what it is showing me. I think the top one is power only, so I just want to make sure I get the right one. So I plug it in, Capper Ave logo comes up, and instantly like that, you will get an extended desktop in my MacBook. And I've showed this before, but it is very hard to keep up with both the brightness and the clarity of a Mac screen. And Capper Ave is one of the first companies to do that. So let me go ahead and take you guys out to the front there. So this is the portable monitor here, and this is the main monitor. Now what's neat about that is if you're doing a presentation, you can have this facing your clients. If maybe you're a photographer, I'm just going to pick a random YouTuber that released a video. I think it was a day ago. Because it's just going. There we go. And I'm just going to show you that I can drag a window over here. There we go. I got to see if I can click it. I haven't done this upside down before. So there you go. So you can watch videos on this. You can use the laptop, have two different applications open. It is completely portable. And the pricing on this is a 16-inch. It should be, I believe, 1920 by 1200. It's normally $149. Let's go over here to the Amazon while this is playing. Pinky Tech, by the way, there, if you need a channel to subscribe to. He did a great deal on Black Friday. So just bringing this up. Man, my Google Chrome is just having a day today. Trying to keep up with this. There we go. Okay, so we're going to go here. This is the 16-inch, 16 by 10. Very similar to the 15.6, almost identical to the 15.6 in capability. 4.7 stars, another very new product. So not a lot of responses yet, but I love this. 300 nits of brightness, which is great for a regular laptop screen. It does feel even better than that when I look at it and I turn it up. Has an on-screen display, kickstand, simple USB-C, and 100% of the sRGB, and it's an IPS display. So this is like a creator's portable display, but it's not limited to that. And I'm about to show you something really cool you can do with it. So we're going to bring you all the way back to the studio here from the Amazon land, and I want to show you something really neat that you can do with it. I did a demo earlier today, and I just happen to have a Microsoft Xbox One. So I can take my Xbox One that I have here. Now I will use the HDMI cable that they included. So maybe you want to give your kids a gaming system on the go. You know, the gaming systems aren't that big, but you know, dragging a TV around, doing whatever, and maybe the hotel TV's not available. None of them have the HDMI that seems to work right anymore. I can take my full-size HDMI cable that they have included with this. I can plug this into my Xbox One. It's already running. And now I just come down here to the lower side, and I have a sticker still in the way. I haven't taken the stickers off of this thing yet. And I plug in my Xbox One. Now, to charge this, you are going to need to use the actual, to charge up the display or have it run, you are going to need to have a USB cable, but they do include the brick that includes all the power you're going to need for this. And if you have a newer car too, you could even use this on the go. Our van has an inverter, so now I'm going to plug it into the top USB-C slot, and then maybe I'll even turn this around. So we're charging it up, Caparav's coming on the screen, and now it's going to show whatever it sees on the Xbox. Oh, got to turn it on. That helps a lot. Heard the Xbox come back. Let's bring you guys on the top down here. And there you go. Now we are video gaming on a portable 16-inch display. So slightly even bigger than a laptop display here. And you know what's funny is it's so bright, my top camera. Okay, nobody look. Ah, I'm in. Okay. Great color here. And actually, if I can turn it a little bit. There we go. Just want to give it a little bit of an angle here. So now I can play some games. I was actually just doing this a little bit earlier in the last show. This is Rocket League. So I'm playing an Xbox on a portable display. Jonathan Talks Hardware. Oh, and it has speakers, by the way. So now it's bumping some music that I'm going to totally get in trouble for. So let me turn the volume down. One touch direct access to the volume buttons. The color on this IPS display is something to be seen. Wow. I don't know exactly the color accuracy of it yet because, oh, somebody said switch to Opera. Oh, I don't know the color accuracy on it yet, but let me bring it down even closer so you guys can see. Very rich color on this. It's got a little bit of a reflection. That's just my studio. So I can go ahead and I'm playing an Xbox One here on this. And I'm not going to go, I'm going to play, but I'm going to go into the training mode, free play. We're going to select this arena. I'm just going to show you what you can expect. And so this again is my Xbox One that I'm using. And now I'm playing high refresh rate gaming. I don't think this is more than 60 hertz, but it has the ability. Oh, and I totally missed that layup. Okay. I got all the boost in the world. Okay. I didn't say I was good at the games. I just said I could play them. There we go. I scored. That is an awesome little device here. This is from Capper Ave. We are taking a look at their 16-inch monitor, portable monitor. I'm going to use the kickstand to kick it up here for you guys so you can see it. It does work for both your laptops, your gaming consoles. You can use this as an additional monitor even on your PC. Maybe you have a desk that's pretty crowded, but you want to keep your email open. It's never enough screen, I can tell you. So having a 16-inch screen with 1200 resolution, 1920 by 1200, 16 by 10 resolution, that is awesome. And you can play games on it. So you can see how smooth that is. There it is. The driver, not so smooth. The game, very smooth. I'm going to check the chat really quick. And Jonathan Talks Hardware, that's the one I was trying to say. Always want one of those. That's what he said. So thank you, Jonathan. If you guys do buy one of these, they are available right now, we said, for $99. Literally, if we can go back to the Amazonian, we go to the Capper Ave. It is $110 on sale right now, plus an additional $10 off coupon. So pretty slick deal there. I would highly recommend this one. There's another one coming up here. I don't want you to feel like there's not enough options. There are definitely some more options that are going to be coming up. This just happens to be a really good one. I'm going to bring you guys back, and then we will switch products up to the next product. I'm going to have to be really careful with this. That is one of the interesting choices here is they went with a kickstand model. A lot of the other ones had an integrated system on them, whether it was a cover that you had to use, and they always kind of slipped. The kickstand works in some situations better, but then you have to use the sleeve. Now, I've been using the sleeve and I haven't had any issues, but depending on how overpacked your book bag might be, this feels like the same sleeve they use for the 15.6. It's definitely going to be a tight fit to get this in here, but you can get the whole monitor in there, and then you slip this cover over and you're good to go. As Jonathan Talks Hardware said, man, I want one of these. I can tell you these things are fun to have. They're a great little toy, and you can get some work done with them. So I'm going to put that off to the side, get these out of the way, and we're going to go on to the next product. Okay, and up next we have another gaming headset. This is from the Captain Company as well. Let's go on the top down. This is the Captain 500 now. So don't know if we're going just numerically better, but this one says it's better. Let's go ahead and do a quick unbox and open of it. So we're going to do opening the Captain 500 for the first time. And you'll get to hear it, and we'll make a quick sample. So there you go. Let's see what's inside of it. Similar situation. I see a couple different white cables. I see a removable microphone, same story. A USB, this one has a nicer cover on it. Overall, this one feels a little bit smaller. They're both exactly the same price right now. It does have that nice soft touch bag kind of capability. It's styrofoam or foam, but it's got that real velvety touch to it. So like I said, the Razer company has been doing that for their headsets. Now this headset is interesting. Okay. They have a little bit of a warranty sticker up here. I'm just going to remove that so I don't get in trouble for having, unfortunately, barcodes get me in trouble in my videos. Any barcode will. So barcode's gone, but that was a little extra warranty sticker. Not bad. Interesting look to it. It has these metal frames on the side. It is definitely a different style. Coming from that PDX LAN, it was very interesting to see all of the headsets. Now, what's interesting on this one is this is that PL leather, or PU leather, I think it's called. And it's soft. It's very soft. I don't know how well that's going to hold up, but it is very soft to the touch right now. So that's going to feel really good. And then we're going to go ahead and plug in the microphone. This one is labeled mic right here, so I can do that. Now it looks like down here, this is where they're going to plug in the analog headset. So I see an analog cable as well as a charging cable, so we can charge up. Same story on this as the Captain 400, which is that it will be able to charge and play. It'll also be able to be used on Xbox. So let's go look at the back on here. So we got PC, phone, tablet, Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox capable. So you got all the way across the board capabilities. I'm going to do one more here. I'm going to go ahead and take this and we're going to start it up just like we did the other. And let's hope. So it's got a green light. Take a look at the sides on this thing. It's really hard to see in the studio because it's super bright, but it actually has a nice green rainbow glow on the RGB. It's moving, but it's only like 3 colors. So it's subtle. I'll give you that. I'm very interested to see how it sounds. There's a G button on this one. Now I'm going to see what the G button is. I'm going to go ahead and bring myself up here. So let's go ahead and look at the manual. Let's look at the English side. Overview. Let's see what the G button is. That's number 3. Light button, 2.4 Bluetooth mode switch. So it has 2.4 gigahertz and Bluetooth capability. Status charging indicator 7. Power button, pause button, play and answer. So you can use this as a headset, but you can also listen to something on it. So interesting. It should be in training mode by default here. I'm going to go ahead and remove the old Captain headset here. Remove device. And I'm going to add a device and we're going to see if it comes up. So you can add this to a PC, Mac, anything. I see the Captain 400. Is it going to find the Captain 500? So it is blinking. Let's go ahead and hit this mode device button. Oh, you know what? All that did is turn off the RGB on the side. So I think they have a difference of opinion there. It says that it's doing that. I want to see. It does have verbal feedback of the microphone mute working on or off. So that's important. Interesting. You know what I'm going to do? Just to make things easier on us, instead of connecting the Bluetooth, I'm just going to go ahead and USB wireless it in. Those are supposed to be lower latency. The sound quality is going to be the same anyway. So it automatically figured out I'm on the adapter, and I can hear myself already in here. Okay. I've got the tab audio from my video tab. Thank goodness that wasn't going out. That would have been really annoying. Close out of this, close out of that. And I'm about to do the audio test. 1 second here. Now, this is without any filtering. I just want to point that out. Okay, now I'm talking on the Captain 500. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Okay, mic is off. You can't hear me now, hopefully. Now the mic is on, so hopefully you're hearing me. I can see it. It's pretty low on there. So I'm going to see if there's a mixer setting here for the audio. Sometimes that's all it takes. Just the mixer settings. More volume mixer. Microphone is only at 50%. I just went up and cranked it to 100. So now the microphone should be up there. Let me know what you think. Sound a bit better than the other headset did. Okay, well, Captain 400 to Captain 500. A little bit better. We'll take that. I'm also going to enable a little bit more gain. So I'm going to crank this up a little bit. I don't have automatic gain control, but sometimes, you know, the gain that you have here can make a big difference. I'm also going to do one last thing. I'm going to turn automatic gain control and noise canceling on, and you'll see. That's what we do. So I might have to do another audio test for that one later, specific for the video. I'll cut that in. But that is the Captain 500. So not a bad looking set. A couple other additional features that it has over the other ones. it's going to have these very soft ear cups. The other ones just had a simple cloth ear cup, and that's not to say that that's a bad thing. I'm going to go ahead and turn this mic off. Sorry, you were probably getting doubled there. So that's not to say that this is a bad thing. It has these soft ear cups here. This is the leatherette. This is the cloth version. So this would be a little bit easier to clean if you're getting that sweaty head. It does have different colors on the side. So this one has an on-off switch for the color. You can see one is just blue. One has this kind of rainbow pattern that's going and moving. So a little bit of difference in there. Both have removable microphones. Both are supposedly able to use Bluetooth. That's another interesting feature of them. And we will do a proper audio test here in the future, and you guys will get to see how they do. And so Randy says, lips move, no sound. Okay, well, I'll get that figured out in the future show. It's hard to do some of this stuff live, but that's the Captain 500s here. I'm going to put those back here, and we might come back to them. Like the accessories, I like the additional of the USB dongle for people that maybe have older hardware, or maybe you just want a very simple plug and play. I didn't even go into any of the Bluetooth settings. As soon as I plugged that USB in, boom, went right into the Captain 500. The next product I have up here is quite nerdy, and that is from iPistBit. Is that how you say that? You guys let me know in the chat. It says iPistBit 7-inch touchscreen display. Now, the biggest, hottest thing right now in PC cases is these new displays. The Height 70, I think, is the Y70's got a screen in it. But is it touch? So I was talking to some of my other friends. This is available for the Raspberry Pi, and it's really designed around the Pi itself. You can see these standoffs that it has in here. Let's go ahead and do a quick unboxing. I'll show you everything that you get inside of it. So the screen is very well housed, and there's a user manual as well. So lots of cushioning around that. The screen also has this protective film, which we may or may not take off. Now, there's quite a few cables and a bunch of different studs and other items that you'll have to get right. Now, this one is interesting. That's a micro USB power cable. This is a longer HDMI cable. It's kind of interesting. And then inside of here, let me open this up, is a couple other things. So we've got these adapters. There's a USB to micro adapter as well in there. There's these speakers that are additional, so you can add your speakers to the screen. And then it's going to have these clips. There's a stand that'll hold it upright so you can watch the display when it's stood up. That's one. There's a bunch of screws and a little screwdriver. Now, I'm not going to be able to set it up with a full Pi, but I will be able to show you where this would fit into it and how all this works. This is a Raspberry Pi 3, I believe, is what I'm running. And then, these little adapters that you see here, like there's an HDMI to HDMI. My guess is that this fits on top of here with the standoffs, and then this goes in between that. Then there's a bunch of other cables in here and a bunch of other little adapters. So in this case, a lot of these little USB cables would come down here. You'd be able to slide this in like so. You see that? So now with this one, technically I have almost everything I need to boot this thing up. So I can take the HDMI cable, and you see here, this is suspended. Now, I'm not actually using the standoffs because I do want to actually test this out with one other connection modality. But we can go ahead and fire this up and see if there's enough juice here. I don't know if it actually is going to be able to power the screen from the USB, but it's worth a try. This is all very low power components, and this is the first time I've hooked this up. As you saw, we just did the first unboxing, and we should be able to plug this board in and watch this bad boy boot up. So as soon as that gets power, that's my Pi started. We're going to flip this over and look at this screen and see if it will get and register data, or if we need to actually have additional power for the screen separately. I think we actually do have to have power for the screen separately. Oh, no, it doesn't. There we go. So this is a touch screen for my Raspberry Pi. Look at that. How cool is that? So basically it's a pocket computer. So we're able to use a Raspberry Pi 3. Now it's Pi 2, 3, and 4 compatible. It's just booting up here. I am going to remove this just to make it a little bit easier to see. So this Raspberry Pi is not very fast, and I have not used it recently. It also does have another, it looks like, a screen protector built into it. So kind of neat. So it does have all the cables and everything that you would need to use with the Raspberry Pi. Again, it's got a bunch of different offset standoffs. It looks for different models of Pi. There's 4B, and I think I used the one out of the 3B. So just waiting for my Pi to boot up. Oh, look at this. This is Pi signage. I forgot about this one. So I basically created a mini Raspberry Pi sign controller. So you can plug this in at like a church or somewhere else, and you can display things on it. So yeah, you can go register it at Pi signage and send me stuff that would show on here if you guys were big time hackers. But what's cool about it is now I don't actually have control, but you can see the mouse movement. If you see that little mouse cursor, I'm touching it, and the sensitivity is really good. So pretty slick. I like that. So not bad. And this, again, is a 7-inch touchscreen. Let me show you guys here on the side. I love to see the little boot up screen. Let's do that one more time. I'm going to unplug the Pi, plug it back in. We're hard cycling it here, folks. So I'm going to try to get it so where it's not displayed at something too bright. You'll see it initialize. Now, I don't know if we can adjust the brightness as well. I don't see any wheels. There's, oh, backlight and volume, it says. So backlight, oh, it was a little lower, so I can bring the backlight up. So there it was. So that was it booting up a touch screen for your Raspberry Pi. Now I'm going to try one thing that I haven't tried yet, but it says that it's doable. I'm going to remove this. Now I don't know how we would calibrate the screen. I'm going to remove this. I'm going to take this to the north. Okay. So I have my Pi 3. Now it does have speakers. So if you're looking for like an all-in-one solution, you could absolutely do that. I'm going to take their HDMI cable. They have both a power, a touch, and a display. Now the resolution on this, 1024 by 600 pixels. So you've seen me fighting with this laptop the whole time today. I've really wanted to use my big machine over there, but it doesn't have a touchscreen. So I've been buying touchscreen laptops for doing the show. But if this would actually work, it'll make my life easier on the show. I see a couple people checking in here. Ben, welcome. Happy Turkey Day. Ben, thanks for checking in on the Facebook right there. Now, I don't know if this HDMI is going to have enough to power it up, but we're going to find out quickly enough. Doesn't look like it found it yet. So I'm going to go ahead and add power to this display. So we're looking at kind of a techie device here. This is a custom 7-inch, and it fired it up. I'm going to mirror my display. There it is. Oh my goodness. You got to see this. This is great. So this is what I see over here on the show laptop that you guys don't see. That's what I see. I see the chat. I see Restream. And that's about as close as I can get it without raising it up. But this is actually the screen here. Now, I don't think I can tap on it. No, because I have to put one other cable, and that will actually allow me to chat. So this is that 7-inch touchscreen. The amazing thing about this is the price on it. So, hey, Paul says, hey, everyone. Hey, Paul, welcome. Thanks for checking in, man. I appreciate that. Let's go take a look at the Amazon, because I don't want this thing to sell out. If you're a tinkerer, having a 7-inch touchscreen for the price I'm about to show you that works with Raspberry Pi, that has all the stuff, you could make a lot of your home automation solutions, and you could actually run there. Hello, me in the chat of the 7-inch touchscreen. Jonathan Talks Hardware. Sneaky guy, he got in there. Okay, so we're going to go take a look at the Amazon, and I'm going to open this up. I was surprised about it because it's such a new product on here. This is the touchscreen. I don't know if it has really any reviews. 21 ratings. It is available. Like I said, it has speakers, a 1024 by 600 screen. There's the little stand that I did not put it in, but once you get everything hooked up the way you want, you can do that. This is how you mount the Pi on the back of it. You install the speakers yourself, so it saves a little bit of time, and then you go, it says, which is pretty cool. Now, man, yeah, you could do a bunch of these different ones. It does have very high viewing angles. It looks like it's an IPS display. Yeah, IPS material, 178-degree view angle. I don't know the brightness of it, but it would definitely look awesome inside a little PC. So if you built a PC and you wanted to put this in the front, that 7-inch size would be just gorgeous in the front panel of a PC, or maybe even off the side panel. And it has enough mounting holes and options that you could come up with something that would look really trick with this without a lot of effort. So I'm very excited about that. It really is designed for the Raspberry Pi, but it will work on Windows 10, 11. I'm running Windows 11 here, and it fired up instantly when I touched it. So that's good to know. That was the next product that was on the show. We've only got a couple more, I promise. The next one is actually from another company that we really like on this show, and that's the G Story Company. Now, there's a couple interesting things about this product, and it is going to have a very unique use case, but when you see it, you'll get it right away. It is another portable monitor with a twist. So we're going to go ahead and put this away, and I'll come back to it. And we'll do a quick unbox of the G Story. Let me make sure I got the right one. So this is the G Story portable monitor here. Let me get this up on the chat. G Story portable monitor. And thank you for the guys that have clicked on this in the Amazonian land. And it looks like we do have, 5 items were checked out already. So yes, we need some applause. Yes. Thank you guys that did that and checked out. We'll give a little bit of a cheer. Now, we need a little bit of a dance off here. So this is the G Story portable monitor. I'm going to back it up. I have shown you G Story products before, and they are really good. So when the G Story company reached out to me, said, "Do you want another monitor to try out?" I said, "Sure. I've got a show on Black Friday. This is going to fit perfect." This one has a very unique connection capability. So let's talk about that. Some basic instructions here, tells you about it, what it does. Very simplistic manual for the amount that it's got going on. And I'll walk you through as much as I can of it, but you're going to see how unique this is in just a second. So this one would be more for, I think, a specific use case if you had one. If you had a PC that did not have USB-C on it at all, this would be a great use case. Or if you didn't want to carry a bunch of extra cables, you don't want to carry any cables, because check this thing out. It has built into it, and I got to figure out how to open this clamshell. It has the built-in cover, so I can set it down like that. I can adjust the view angle. But do you see what's unique on the side here? It has a cord reel. And I can reel this cord out and plug the USB-C in. Now, when you plug the USB-C in, some people are expecting it to instantly start up, and it doesn't. On most devices, you're going to have to be careful. There's this second little USB stick they give you. The second stick has a driver on it, and that driver is for a USB video driver. So some laptops can't handle an additional screen. Macs are notorious for this, as they have a limited number of screen outputs. This can actually bypass that. So I'm going to go ahead and plug it into the show display to see if I can blow up my computer finally. I'm just looking to see the G Story sign comes on. And now, if everything's working right, there you go. You get my backdrop of my monitor. Now, since you guys liked seeing yourself, I'm going to duplicate it and really try to blow everything up. So there is a copy of the show display on here. And I can zoom in and out to things. So you can see it's actually real. If I'm doing this, this is real time. This would work with PCs. It's not going to be HDMI driven, though. That's one unique thing about it. Let me turn it around so you guys can see it. But you saw how quickly it installed. I did install the driver already, so it's up and running. This one has a very unique capability in that it is VESA mountable. So on the back side of this, it has a VESA mount. Now, it's not touchscreen. If it was, this thing would solve a lot of problems. But the ability to mount this in several different orientations is neat. Let me see if I don't think I can remove this easily. Okay, I'm going to show you one thing. I'm going to unplug it from the computer. So that was just a USB connection. This is a USB-A connection, not a USB-C. So if you got a laptop that doesn't have the right outputs, maybe it only has USB, you can output USB-C or USB-A on it. And I'll show you one other trick. The side of this, we're going to come down on the side monitor here. This side reel that holds your cords, there it goes. is movable. So if you want it to attach from the top, maybe you've got a special use case and you want a screen to attach from the top, you can do that. You can also move this whole thing to the right side over here. Now, I don't know if the remaining ports become hubs, because that would be awesome, but this definitely does the USB standard. And it's interesting because it's still creating a display. I wouldn't use it for gaming. But it is going to be a USB driven display. If you remember those old USB to VGA adapters that they had, this is kind of neat. So that's from G Story. Hey, I see another person in the chat. Here we go. Firestorm says, hey all. Now, unfortunately, Paul says usually ships in, can't put the user in timeout. I don't want to do that. Sorry, Paul. I say reply. Oh, I can reply to Paul. Sorry. Paul was just saying, usually ships in 1 to 2 months. Hopefully that's not this one, because if it went out of stock, I'd be really sad, because I wanted you guys to see this. I don't know if this would be my first choice. G Story makes another one that's USB-C powered, works incredibly well. The screen clarity and everything is all that you would expect from G Story, works really well. The one thing I would say is that if you're in a situation where maybe you have an older laptop that you need to have the USB driven display, this would work well. Now, that said, you got to go through the instructions, because it'll tell you on a Mac. Let's go bring you guys back over here. It'll tell you that on your Mac and other systems, you may have to go to the different monitor settings and adjust them. And this is the different inputs that it has. So it can do Type C or Type A. It is the only USB Type A monitor I think I've ever shown on the show. So very unique and interesting product in that sense. It does have this cover that just covers the display. So realistically, you can throw the whole thing into your laptop bag like this and have a secondary display with no cables. That's when they said it was, essentially cable free. It has a built-in cable retract. It's only a few feet, but something to be said for that. In a very small, compact laptop bag, you could have 2 screens. So that's another interesting item. This one, again, from G Story, their portable monitor. We'll take a look at that on Amazon real fast. Make sure I didn't miss out on anything. And then we'll go back. Okay, we are still charging up over here. So this was from G Story. This is a 189, and yes, this is the one that is way sold out. Very, very unique. A display extender with a smart cover. So it's just showing you how you can do this. It has one other secret sauce I didn't tell you about, which is you can actually daisy chain these things to have multiple monitors. So you've got a bunch of different options there for the layout, but you can actually chain them together for up to 4 screens to have 4 screen outputs. So very unique for a special use case. This might be something to look at. But from G Story, their portable USB powered monitor, 14 inches and a full HD resolution, all connected out of one USB-A port. So very unique product from the G Story company. We did already check out the Capper Av 16-inch earlier. We checked that out. I had the wrong Capper Av in there. It's upstairs still, but I do have one more product that I brought in here. Where did I put her? Now, I gave away 2 of these. Let's go back over to the studio. I gave away 2 of these, but this is one of my favorite products of the year. This is my camera of the year. I'm going to be putting a video out for that. This is the Wyze Cam Pan V3. If you're a Wyze fan, and I've got lots of Wyze products and other cameras up here, this is my favorite user camera that's pan tilt, very easy to install. I did hear from Wyze, they were also saying this is one of the easiest to set up. So, those people that are retiring, maybe in-laws, maybe grandparents that you want to check on, you can get them one of these cams, and if they'll share it with you, this can be a great way to keep an eye on loved ones. Now, interestingly enough, we're going to do a quick unbox here. This is a little bit bigger than their V3, but it has so much more capability right off the bat. And Paul's in here. He says, I really like Wyze. So let's take a look at what's inside. Just like with everything else, you've got the quick start guide. We have this single-sided swing arm, like a Ducati motorcycle, pan tilt camera. It does have a plastic cover, which I'm going to take off right now. It has the most unique mounting system that I think I've seen, and there's a big benefit to having this mount, and I'll show you why in a little bit. This is where all of the screws and everything are. This is the mounting guide, so you can see that. This is the camera of TikTok right now. A lot of these TikTok influencers are making a few bucks a camera, so they have been blowing up TikTok with just random ads. But the fact is, it's still a great camera, even if it's getting a little bit too much marketing in some ways. So these are some screws if you wanted to attach it to a wall. This is the wall attachment, and the unique part about this camera is it mounts upside down. So when you mount it to a wall and you use this little quarter 20 and you put it on the top, it mounts upside down against a wall, and that allows it to look completely up and completely down. Now, some people have complained, including myself, about the power cord on this one because it's unique. It's proprietary. It's got a 90-degree bend at the very end, and it's very soft plastic. And that's because this, like a lot of the recent Wyze cameras, is actually, waterproof. That's a huge benefit to this one. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it there. I'm going to bring you guys back out to the front, and you're going to see what happens as soon as I plug this thing in. Super easy to use. It does have the Starlight night vision sensor, so it's going to look incredibly good. Now, when I plug it in, don't have to do anything else. It'll automatically start up, I think, if everything's working right. I'm looking. Did I push? Oh, yep, it is red. So it's just starting up. It's going to go through a startup sequence, and then we're going to go through. You can see it moving around there. It's going to do some bounds checking. Ashton, you are too kind. Ashton says, I saw you, and I only clicked this one because I saw your nice beard. Hey, you know what? I'm down with that. You can do it. We almost had a super chat going for a beard tug the other day. I don't know what that means. I think that's illegal in 3 states. But let me bring up the other one here. I'm going to put the show. I got to get the creator app updated to the right product. Otherwise, I'm not going to be on the WyzeCam V3 product page. So let me get that up here. There was already a click on that. Thank you if you clicked on the Wyze product page there. I am going to show you using the magic of the 4th screen here how my Wyze account works. And we are going to add, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to add a product here. So we're going to add a device. Device type is a camera. Pan V3. Now, again, waterproof camera here. Pan tilt capability, privacy modes, automatic monitoring, and it actually pans back and forth and finds people. So I'm using this one. Don't look at my password. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and hit the button. Now, the WyzeCam already rolled itself over because it wants you to hit that button that says setup. So I say I heard ready to connect. I am going to show this QR code to it. And I check the box that I heard that. I'm going to hit OK. It is now connecting the 2 devices, my phone and the pan on my network. So they're going to talk to each other, and then it's going to allow me to now have my newest pan camera. I gave away a couple of these the other day because the quality is amazing on them. And you can see it was already motion tracking there. It just went into a reboot mode. But let's see. Let's do the Chopin. That was a famous guy, wasn't it? There we go. So there's motion already. It's already given me alerts on my other phone that has Wyze. You can share this with family and friends, like I said. So if your elderly parents want to set this thing up and they want to give you access to see maybe within their house or see their porch or backyard, this can be really good. I've even seen somebody use a camera. It was amazing to see like a temperature thermostat on a wall. They could watch it to see how the room humidity and everything was. I thought it was great, like looking at a weather station. I'm going to skip it, and we're just going to go, and we're going to skip the unique mounting capability this has. We're just going to go right to it. Now, they did have a security update recently, so it's going to try to force upgrade the firmware, but I can actually put this over here, and we can start to play with it. So again, it's already motion tracking. So if I walk around, I don't have to do anything. Let's put this over here. So I'm gotta somehow set this up so I can see it and you can see it. So if I start to move, the camera automatically follows, right? So you only have to buy one of these, and it'll have a 180-degree arc here. It can go 360. It does go up and down. So if I try to duck down, it'll actually follow me downward. which is pretty slick. You can also set up a patrol zone, so you can have this thing patrolling a different area. Quality's not bad. I'm just going to see it is set on HD. You have different options here. You can go up and down. Two-way audio. It's got a siren. Now this one gets everybody, but swipe left and right, and you can turn that track motion on and off. You can do the pan scan capability I was just telling you about, and that's where you set up the predetermined zones. So one of these on the corner of a house would be awesome. Uh-oh, we got another order. Here it goes. Ordered one. Does it come with a full NetGuy tech support? The most technically challenged guy on the planet. Well, you saw everything that you have to do to set it up. It's that easy. I just set this one up live on the show, but we're going to give you an applause because thank you again, Chuck, for another purchase. Thank you so much. That's awesome. And Paul coming back in there. I really like Wise. I really like him too. Kyle from Wise. He needs a little bit better beard, but he's very popular with those guys. So you can see there's a slight delay if I wave my hand in front of it. You know, it's about a second, but you know what? Well, maybe a half second. It's actually pretty quick. Very, very good product here. Now, the other unique thing is, like I said, it's the only product I know. And I'm going to do something interesting here in the software. Oh, it's really not happy with me. It's trying to turn around. But I'm going to go into the settings here. Advanced settings. Rotate image 180 because I'm going to do this to it. And I'm going to turn off motion tracking because it's trying to spin around in my hand. So track motion is off. Okay. Well, maybe it's off. There we go. So this, like I said, is the only product that I've seen that mounts this way. I'm trying to turn it upside down so you can see this. It's the only product I know that can look straight down. So it's looking straight down at its own box, and then I'm twirling it around. Well, I can't twirl around because it's in my hand. But yeah, that's what you're seeing here. Automatic focus, and it's got automatic gain control. There's a couple things that they could do better. I'm not going to lie. You know, this is not the worst or best camera that I've ever seen, but for the price, it is incredible. It's an incredible value on Black Friday. It's also upside down because I switched the modes on it. Go back to advanced settings. I'm going to rotate it again. And then if we come back here, you'll see that it's all back to normal. We're in good shape. Let's go take a look at Amazon real quick. Bring you guys back. We're going to go look at the Amazon site and we'll see what they're getting it for today. If they haven't sold out, I don't know how many billion of these they made this year because I've been seeing them sell everywhere. But this one looks like it's $29.98. It's 25% off, and it does have that lightning fast shipping. It'll be there as early as Tuesday for you. And so, Chuck, yours will probably be there Tuesday. Now, do they have the elusive black one? No, it's out of stock. Okay, I got two of these. I got two of the black ones. I think if you're going to go for a security system, the black is the way to go because this does not have a spotlight. It has a red light that you can turn off, but I don't even think it has the night vision sensors that look bright red. So you may not even see it at all. You may be able to tune that out. Some of the early Wise V3s, they had a way that you could set them so that they didn't have the red night vision IR. But great product. 4.3 on $77.62. You don't have to have a subscription with this. I use this in our kids' room. I do have a Cam Plus subscription. I have, I think, 1,000 million licenses. I have 100 Cam Plus licenses I can use. So I have an unlimited, essentially, account with them. And I love it. But you can use it with a micro SD card. And maybe for Cyber Monday, I'll show you guys some really good deals on micro SD cards that you guys can get for these. But that has been the show. There's a ton of products that we looked at today. I want to thank you guys all for tuning in and sticking around. It was a marathon, to say the least. Just taking a look here, see if anybody says fan of Wise guy. There we go. Jonathan Talks Hardware coming in saying, I prefer Wise over my mom's Ring system. Yeah, Ring is, they were one of the original doorbell creators, but I think that they are not the best. I also do have the Wise Video Doorbell V2, the second one with the micro SD. I'll try to get that installed over the weekend here so that I can show it to you on Cyber Monday. But that has been the show. Thank you guys all for tuning in. We're going to do this again. And, oh, look at that. Yeah, so Jonathan Talks Hardware was saying that he has the Wise Cam V3 and the stock power brick quit working, but he just used a different one. And that's the neat thing about it is they're all USB powered. So thank you guys all for tuning in. I'm going to catch you guys all in the next one. We're going to say bye to the Amazonians. And hey, let's take a look at where we're at. 93% charge. So in the matter of an hour on this little stand, we went from 75 to 93, and I was using it in between. So not bad at all. I'm going to say bye, everyone, on the Amazon. And thank you guys all for showing up here. Again, if you do purchase something at the link down below or in any of the video description, I do earn a tiny, small commission, which helps me buy more cool tech like this. So thanks again for tuning in. I will catch you guys all in the next one.